Little rim over here.
And here they come down through the bottom third of the course. Beautifully through gate 19. You remember a lot of the C2s have had trouble with that pole, the downstream pole of the flush gate. And they just down through the middle of the course from Great Britain. They were 7th in the 1987 World Championships. They were 13th here last year and 14th in the 1988 World Cup. Again, a very strong team from Great Britain. They'll be followed at the top of the course by both 421 Miroslav Simic and Jiří Rohan from Czechoslovakia. They are the number 1 Czech boat in C2. Very, very strong, Simic and Rohan. They were 4th in the 1987 World Championship, 6th in the World Cup last year, the World Cup Series, and a very strong contender to medal. Really a long course for these paddlers. I think most of the competitors have been getting used to it.
The difference is that as opposed to just kicking at the bottom at the end of the run, here you'd be running and one.
About 20 seconds back on a raw time from Grossmanov.
Also wir haben jetzt unoffizielle Ergebnisse der ersten Lauf des C2 Herren. In erster Platz Nummer 411 aus Großbritannien, Clive Richardson und Colin Thompson mit einer Zeit von 227,23. In zweiter Platz Nummer 422 Thierry Saidi und Emmanuel Delray aus Frankreich mit einer Zeit von 248,4. Und im dritten Platz haben wir Nummer 416 Jan Köpfecek.
And coming down to the center of the course is going to be Deborah Vogel from Switzerland as she walks down to the center course, 434. She'll be followed by Cheryl Boyle from Canada. Vogel was 18th in the World Cup Series last year. Boyle was 17th, one boat ahead, closely separated. And they'll be followed by Jennifer Stone from these United States. Jennifer has been paddling 11 years. The number 2 boat on the New Zealand team was 24th here last year, 22nd in the World Cup Series. Again, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned earlier, the athletes appreciate your support, appreciate your assistance. Let's help Jennifer and all of the other marvelous athletes as they come down through the course. Class course, and it starts right at gate 1. It's a very hard move. There's a little eddy to the right of the gate, and just upstream of it as you go over the first drop. And if you are too far left of the line, you're going to miss the gate altogether. If you're too far right going over the first drop, you catch your bow in the little eddy, it'll spin you, and you can get caught in there. And that has happened to at least one athlete in this series. Behind Jennifer Stone, we'll have Clara Cosson from New Zealand coming down through the center of the course. Ms. Cosson will be 437. She'll be followed by Claire Leroux from Belgium and Francesca Rossi from Italy. If you're up at the top of the course, what you're seeing at gate 1, there is a curling or a reflex wave that comes off that chute by the dam, and if you're leaning the wrong way, it'll catch an edge, and you can end up being right over.
Hey, go 441 New Zealand, we follow that curve. Right now, we're just starting the course, Sophie from Belgium. Rossi down to the bottom third of the course, very smooth, very nice at 319. Taking a little bit of a different line, not going straight to the drum, trying to drive into the 820 angle. Let's stay up here high, get out quick. That's a good line. Or if you're getting tired, Paquet coming down to the center. Of course, we'll have Joanne Woods, 4:43 from Canada. She'll be followed by Tracy Weymouth from New Zealand and Rachel Fox, Richard Fox's sister from Great Britain. She'll be 4:45. Miss Fox was 20th last year here at the Free World, 19th in the World Cup Series race series where they. And Miss Fox is on the course now. She's about 4:45. Directly in front of her, Tracy Weymouth from New Zealand, Joanne Woods from Canada, Sophie Pak from Belgium, and down approaching the bottom part of the course, Katrina Day. Water for a little bit, and so it takes a little bit out of you anytime that you roll during a race course. Sophie Pak rolled in the center of the course, recovered from that. She's taking a run that several of the athletes tried yesterday, backing from 21 to 22, and had a little problem with the wave there. She can loop up and get it, and it will cost her a lot in time. She's followed very closely by Tracy Weymouth. Excuse me, Joanne Woods from Canada. And again, in fact, we'll have to give way and allow Woods to pass as she's done there. Following Marcela Hilgertova, Czechoslovakia, Eva.
Total 275.73. Ninth, 55-second penalties. Total 300.79. Addison and Forbes from France. And 10th, after first run, McEwen and Howard, 60-second penalties. We believe they might have had a 50-second penalty on game 11. Understand McEwen and Howard had a 50-second penalty on game 11, 60-second penalty total.
And a sweep for putting a backstroke on the right side, forcing the stern down and pivot, bring the bow up and around. She was a little slower on her split time than was Ava Robb. She was 173, Ava Robb was about 167. We'll look to see whether she's able to pick up some of that time by doing the direct move, where some of the other athletes are making full spin there.
Do you feel or you anticipate how many votes in each class in each country we will have yet?
We cannot say now, because our point has not been treated, but we would like for one side to get the same as it was last year in 1972 München Olympiad. So people thinking about minimum always comes from what has been done before. And we have examined, as many people in the world, that very nice outward force.
Look forward to seeing you in that. Again, the second run, the athletes now have 2 runs under their belt. A little bit more comfort factor, of course, that helps them. And still begin as they come through the forward, sideways, or backward. Some of their doing in the direction of the red light over here in the eddy. Sometimes they're behind rocks or behind a big hole, a big wave where the water is moving slow, right? Moving back to the stream, are known as upstream gates. Paddlers must come in below them, paddle back up again during the current flow and back out.
Will Keith Arnold report to the message center at race headquarters immediately? Will Keith Arnold report to the message?
Following Frank Edison and Silver Coast will 4-2 Sierra from Mexico will 4-4. John Wild and Matthew Newton from Australia will be
Having a real nice run down here in the bottom of the court. So 407 from the Soviet Union. Sergey and Sasha